you come up with some stupid ideas. It's true. I mean, whenever I ask your ideas for builds and things, 99% of them are ridiculous and silly. Which is exactly why I always ask for your ideas for builds and things. I mean, I think it's absolutely hilarious. Look, if we take a look inside here, this is the house that has been built out of your ideas. We have got rooms that you can't actually go into. You get fired out of them. We've got cat shrines underneath the floor. We've got aquariums that we can swim in. We've got TNT-based exits, DJ rooms with parrots. I mean, there's all sorts of things going on in here, and in today's video, we're going to be expanding upon this house. I have taken to Twitter, I have asked for some more ideas, you guys have responded in your thousands, so let's start constructing. David from Workshop 77, which is the garage where I get my classic cars done, has asked me to make a bowling alley. I like that idea. And I'm sure you will appreciate the Renault 5 Turbo that I currently have in my garage. I mean, actually, it's meant to be a Renault 5 Turbo, they're difficult to build. Anyway, bowling alley. How on earth do I build a bowling alley? Well, I guess you start off with the alley itself, which I believe I've created. So as you can see, we've got the standard bowling alley wooden floors. We've got the gutters on each side. And if we throw our bowling ball, it travels off towards the pegs. And I actually managed to hit the gutter at the end. I've also realised I call them pegs when I believe they're called pins. I'm from England. We don't really bowl that much here. After some vigorous Googling, I personally would say that I've nailed it. So first off, all the Google images that I could find of bowling halls had crazy artwork on the walls, so that's what I've gone for. We've also got a fault system, so if I overstep the line, everybody knows about it, so we have to be real careful there. Now, if we launch our bowling ball towards the end and we get a strike, yep, it looks like we have. The little thing drops down, redstone lamp turns on, and there is our bowling ball return system. I was always terrified of these as a kid. I was just scared that a bowling ball was going to fly out and destroy my hands. Seriously, whenever I went bowling, someone else had to pick up my bowling ball for me. Oh my goodness, how could I forget the bowling shoes? I mean, it's not a bowling alley unless you've got bowling shoes, and I guess we should also have the bowling jersey. This thing will get awarded to anyone who achieves a perfect game of 300 points. Yeah, I only know that from The Simpsons. The next suggestion comes from Jarrett, and he's asked me to make a mustache locator. Now, thankfully, I have been reunited with my mustache, so I'm looking a little bit better now, but when it goes missing again in the future, this is definitely going to come in handy. And I like to think of this as being like an observatory, you know, with like the dome on top that opens up, and you can have a telescope and things. That's how it's going to be. And I gotta say, it's looking pretty cool already. This entire build is looking cool, but this specific part of it, I'm a fan. I really like the way that it looks. And if we flick this lever right here, you can see we can close up or open up our observatory. Now, I've just thought, the way that I want to locate the mustache is using lasers, and I think I've come up with a nicer way of doing this. Give me a second. Or a couple hundred, maybe a couple thousand. It's been a little while. This is what I've come up with. So we have got 4 holes for our lasers, which of course are going to be beacons, and then they're going to be color-coded. So currently the beacons are green. We're going to have them switch between red and green. Red means that it's searching for my mustache. Green means that it has found my mustache. I am so very curious to see if this actually functions. I guess all I have to do is run a redstone input into this thing. So I'm literally going to run it in from the wall. I've got my fingers very crossed right now. Alright, are you ready? If we hit this button right here, lasers activate, it's searching, it's found my mustache, and now the system has been deactivated. That is so silly. I wish it didn't have the flick of white, but I don't think there's anything that I can do about that. That's a shame, but that's still quite cool. And I'll be honest, I'm very proud of the fact that I managed to build this building perfectly to size. I mean, look at this, the redstone just about slots within the space that I've managed to create. That doesn't happen very often with redstone. Anyway, I've been thinking, instead of having an entrance into that room there, because you don't really need to see any of the redstone, I actually think that we should launch ourselves out of this room and onto this platform right here. So this should almost be a balcony, and then we should build things off of this, maybe even up and over the top of here. But before we do anything like that, I think we have to have an output for our mustache searcher. So here we have the key. Red means searching, green means found. If we hit this button right here, you can see it works. It's found the mustache, and we have got the coordinates for it. 912 by 2000. Let's see if it actually works. TP at player 912 2000. I wonder if it's going to be even remotely accurate. It's very accurate. Bailey has asked me to make a shrine dedicated to redstone. Now, this is going to sound like a bit of a long shot, okay, but a couple of months ago, I was in Barcelona and we saw that crazy cathedral. I think it's called the Sagrada de Familia. That's the most English way of saying Catalan words in the world. But anyway, it's a crazy, crazy looking cathedral, and I'm going to try my best to do that on a small scale using red blocks. I'll be honest. This looked considerably better in my head. Alright, considerably better in my head. I mean, there's nothing I can say that makes it any better than it is. Oh, it's not my finest, is it? Alright, adding this could potentially improve things, maybe. It actually does. I just think we need a little bit of the dark red around the bottom. Bless this poor little house just getting crushed under the weight. Oh, this has actually turned into something quite cool. I like that front door just peeking out underneath the arches. I'm actually starting to weirdly like this build. I mean, obviously, in like, it's so bad, it's good kind of way. This whole build is a bit like that. And good grief, does the thing that I've just created carry on that theme? Because I don't even know if this is good. I think this might be so bad, it's bad. So this is my Redstone Shrine. Praise be the Redstone God. Here he is. Ah, I mean, it's a mess. He's got eyebrows. He's got scary eyeballs, his nose is made of trapdoors, his face is made of extended pistons. He does seem to be smiling, but it's like he's staring directly into your soul. Imagine that at the end of your bed. Let's move swiftly on from this room into this one, suggested by Midnight Dev, a useless machine that activates a useless machine that activates a useless machine that activates... You get it. A big old chain of useless machines. That sounds right up my street. I have no clue how I want this build to look. Maybe just like a piston. We could just do a piston. I mean, already it's looking cool. I have decided though that the black concrete is just a tiny bit too it's just too dark. It draws your eyes away way too much. So I'm gonna see what it looks like with this stuff. Grey concrete. You know, it's funny, it's been so long since I've just done like a Megablok build. You know, where you just build a big Minecraft block? I used to do these way back in the day when I first started playing Minecraft, and there's a reason for it. It's so satisfying. It's bringing back a lot of nostalgia for me. Check out this place. Is gradually escalating upwards. The only thing is, despite this being referred to as a Megablok, it's not actually, we don't have that much space. But I am going to do my best to do a fantastic little useless machine. Let's see what I can do here. 10 minutes later, I mean, okay, so I can do it. I can do it. I mean, okay, so there's a lot of redstone on display. That's the only shame here, but there's nothing I can really do. There's no space underneath. There's no space above. There's no space anywhere. I can't really hide it. Anyway, the way that this works is we have got a useless machine. Oh, I apologise for that malfunction. Clearly my voice box just turned into a didgeridoo. Didgeridoo. Apparently that is a word that I struggle with. To many Australians out there, is it easier for you guys or is it universally difficult? Anyway, if I flick this lever right here, and then flick this one, and then 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 this one, you can see that the machine activates and it breaks all of the levers at once. So then I have to go back down the line, replacing all of the levers. And I mean, that is ultimately very pointless. Like, this is the most useless of useless machines. Loki has asked me to make a piston door leading nowhere. I think that's perfect for this room. So not only do we have a bunch of useless machines, but we also have a piston door that is utterly useless as well. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, does it? The only slight difficulty with this one is, once again, space. We really don't have enough space to do anything other than a 2x2 piston door, which, let's be honest, is a bit 2011. But then again, just to play devil's advocate, does that almost make it more useless? because it is so bad. I mean, speaking of it being bad, this is really bad. I mean, come on now. It's been a long day, okay? Oh my word, it's still broken. Seriously though, it's been a long day. It is so hot in England right now, and we don't have air conditioning. So let's do the honors then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pistons fire. My door opens, and yeah. It's beautifully useless. Thank you to the pair of you for suggesting these things. You're brilliant. And on that note, I think it is time to end for today. It's been an interesting episode. We've built a real variety of different things. I cannot wait to see this structure expand further and further over the episodes. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what it looks like in a couple months' time. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next video. See ya. I'm not joking, by the way, when I say it is hot. It is hot. Oh, this is a bit of a grim fact, but, you know, Kubo's my puppy. He pooed on a rug the other day, and I put it outside in the garden, and it's just underneath my window, so I can't open my window because it smells like poo.